each and every first Sunday of the month. Live and direct on Mixcloud and YouTube. Presented by the Hype Team, Mr. T Smooth, Chris Ryder, Sandy Bell Fleur, the A-lister, and myself, S. Campbell. Show definitely not to be missed. If you're looking for great entertainment, there is nothing better than The Hype. Directed by P for Soul. Produced by the Boss Lady. For more information, follow The Hype 2024 on Instagram. Remember, it's all about The Hype. Hello. Just been brought on, straight up, unawares. Tried to catch me off guard, but you didn't. Okay, welcome, one and all, to another edition of The Hype, the musical chat show with a difference. And what a show we have lined up for you this evening. So sit back, make sure you get yourself a tipple, because we are going to be starting off in fine style. I would like to say we will have full crew here today, but we don't. We have a couple of our presenters missing. But as they say, the show will go on. So without further ado, let me bring on one by one the presenters that we are here with today. Can we bring in Mr. T Smooth? Hello
evening,
there, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? How you doing, my brother? Good to see you.
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm not too bad, you know. Can't complain. Got health, strength, and God is still looking down on me.
And that is all that we can ask for. I can say that. That is all that we can ask for. Looking forward to your segment today.
Listen. Yeah? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not normally nervous, but you know when you're starstruck. Mm-hmm. I know what they mean now. They're about starstruck. So I've got to get myself recomposed. Mm-hmm. Get ready for this guest that we got in for today.
I'm not going to say. It's a person, anybody who just popped in there, we're just going to keep it as a little surprise. If you've seen the promo, you already know who's going to be here. Who's already going to be here. So, but without further ado, and if you've just come back in, the first time you've come back in the Hype since we've been back, like you didn't catch last month's one, we have a brand new format as well, which works extremely well. Okay, so we're bringing another member of the team, Mr. Chris Ryder.
Good evening.
How you doing, bro?
Good evening. What's right? Do you know what I'm just realising?
Yeah.
I never get the memo, innit?
Oh.
I want to dress up like Black Panthers.
Yeah.
And I should go and change my... Listen, don't worry, man. I can go and change my clothes and come back and go and change and come back. Watch me, yeah? Just people watch. I'm going to have to be...
Roll the screen, you'll come back.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, I'm the host in here and I'm going to be different. No. Let's not do it like that. At all.
But you know what you were saying about the new format works. Mm-hmm. The reason why it works is because when I come on screen, I can go and have some food.
Well, hold on.
He's
food
always eating,
again. You have to say food again.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's just eating a plate of food. He's eating a bag of crisps, and he's still munching. 3 hours.
The word long belly comes to mind. Yeah, comes to mind. But it's all good because it's Sunday. I hope you have eaten your Sunday food already and you just relaxing and going to pour yourself that tipple. I know it's a school night tomorrow, so you might just have a little cup of tea, but there's nothing wrong with having a little something that can warm up your chest because we're in our penultimate winter months, and I can tell you this now, it start get cool already. Yeah.
Depression is hitting me already.
But you don't have to worry about that because the show is going to warm you up. It's going to get hot up in here. I'm telling you. So have you lot been for the month that we haven't been there? Everybody good?
Yeah, been kind of. I'm not really a person that goes out and about, but this month I've been kind of busy. I've been out and about, and I just don't know how you lot do it. A month out, a month to recuperate. So I'm looking at holidays so I can recharge myself.
Oh, I'm with you on that. Some vitamin D is most definitely needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Most definitely needed.
Highly recommended.
So, Chris, what about you? All good?
Yeah, all good. Played out on Thursday. Well, me and T played.
Yeah.
Oh, how did that go?
Nice. It was nice.
It wasn't bad, and we found some talent. We had some talent there on the night. I was quietly impressed.
So where was you? For the people who don't know, where were you on Thursday?
We did a thing called Soul Platform at the White Lion on last Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
Myself, Chris Ryder, GJ Crime, and Mistress Soulfine. And it's a show that she's put together. And we had a spoken word lady on there, and we had a young local talent on there as well from SW16, and they both perform admirably. I have to say, they did good things.
Oh, great.
Had to take their details, but that's something we'll talk about for the future.
Okay. So as well as working on the turn earjet. So that's all right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, let me just put people out of their misery. Yeah. On today's show, we have two fantastic guests. We have the one and only Antonio McClendon, and also the fantastic SHEREE Brown. So what a show we're going to have for you today. And we can tell you this in secret, because I don't think they're listening, so they don't know. If they don't think that they're going to have to sing a little something for us, they might have to sing a little something for us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Okay. So I think without further ado, we can get into this, man.
Let's go.
Looking forward to it, I'll tell you.
So, our very first guest appearing live here on The Hype hails from Philadelphia. Singer, songwriter, I will call him instrumentalist. Because I know he's got a studio, I will even throw in producer in there as well. An absolutely fantastic voice, if I do say so myself. Fantastic. Been in the music business for over 30 years. So what I want you lot to do is a big hype welcome for the one and only Mr. Antonio McClendon. Okay, let me just see. Oh, we'll have to wait now. As there is a, oh, there he is. See, I thought the time distance here was gonna cause a little delay, but it's all right. We sent the pigeon in time, so you got there. You got the memo. You got the message, and it must be you got the memo because you're dressed up in black as well, just like the other two hosts that we've got on the show.
Look at that.
So you know what? I am. Listen, watch me. There's going to be a quick change going on. So people, watch this space. A quick change. I got to match everybody, especially with this silver beard thing that's going on.
Yes,
I definitely need to be part of the crew.
We got to get you on board.
Yeah, man, we got to get me on board. So how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. God is good to me. I have no complaints.
No complaints at all. Well, that's good, isn't it? We've got no complaints. Everybody's doing good. We are ecstatic to have you here on the show. I'm telling you. Yeah, I am. I'm telling you. We're not going to do this as a conventional interview.
Okay.
We are just two guys shooting the breeze.
Yeah, man.
Having a little chat.
There you go.
Might get in your business a little bit because I'm a nosy Parker, but we can have a little chat. Yeah. So let's start with your humble beginnings because there's a lot of interesting factors about you. But let's start about with you and your business. You are your roots firmly were planted in the church with your family gospel group, the McClendon family. Yes. And your parents were both founding members of the, I'm going to say this same time, correct me if I say this wrong, Savets. Yeah, Savets core group.
Yes.
And at the age of 12, you started within this business. I hear that you got a guitar, but rather than me tell the story, you tell us how you got. How did you get into your humble beginnings into the music business?
Being extremely blessed to be born into a Jesus loving gospel music of all kinds kind of family. I actually started playing piano first at like 7 years old. And then at 10 years old, I witnessed someone live playing the bass guitar for the first time. I was like, wow, that's what I want to do. So the bass guitar became my main instrument, and as you can see, I keep it close by.
Okay. So we might need some evidence on that, because people say they can play instrument, and they play simple ging 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 ching ching.
You know something? I do my version of George Benson on the bass.
Oh, okay. Okay then. Oh, okay. I have to keep my mouth quiet now. You've proven that. What I wanted to know is that can you do the bass guitar while roller skating backwards? If you can do that, if you can do that, you're the man. Yeah.
If I could roller skate. I gave that up a while ago.
Okay, so you joined the group. No, it's a family group. So did you actually say you joined the group, or was you what's the word? What's the word? Blissfully pushed in that direction.
I was allowed to participate once they heard that. Okay, we can play a little bit. Maybe we'll let them be a part of the family group. So
okay, so
that was the beginning.
So then, how did that work? You're 12 years old. Because now I can imagine, like, being that young. Was you the youngest member of the family in the group at that time?
No, there's one more younger than me. I have a younger brother, and when I started playing bass guitar, he started playing drums.
Mm-hmm.
So he eventually became the drummer for the family.
Okay, yeah. So you got the drummer, and you was playing bass guitar. So you got the two young kids.
Yep.
In and amongst the family, how many of you were in the family group?
7 together. My parents and 5 siblings.
Mm-hmm.
And it was some of the best years of my life, being able to travel around the tri-state area with my family: New York, New Jersey, Philly, Delaware, Florida, Georgia. So those are some good times.
So when you travel, okay, so like the way it is explained, when you travel around doing that, that's kind of like going on tour, being on tour.
Yeah, we never really had like tour dates lined up, but my parents still work like regular jobs, so it was sort of like a weekend thing here and there.
Oh, but what? Where? In churches?
In churches, yes.
Oh, so that means when the McClendon family was coming to town,
yes,
everybody was going to come to the church to come and see. Because I would come, because I definitely want to see the 12-year-old boy playing the bass, going at it, and your little brother playing the drums as well. So that must have been a fantastic experience. But at that stage, at that time, when you were a musician in the family group, did you know that that's what you wanted to do? You wanted to be doing music? Because obviously you're going to school and you're doing other things and you have other interests and you're playing out and you're doing all of that. When did you know you wanted to do music? When did you solidify?
I would say when I fell in love with the bass guitar, that was like the beginning for me, and being able to grow to the point that in a couple of years that I could play in church and in live settings. I was like, yeah, I think this is what I want to do. Exactly what I want to do.
Wasn't you shy at that time? Like, that's young.
Definitely shy. Definitely shy. But shyness was not really allowed in my family. It was like, if you can do it, you're gonna do it. So let's go.
So that means by the second time you was up there, said, "Go on, it's your turn. Do your bass solo. Do your bass solo. You've been practicing."
I'd never sung in church. My family didn't really know I could sing until maybe 13, 14 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote a song about this little girl I thought I was in love with. And my sister heard me singing it. And she runs and gets my mother. You got to come hear this. Tony can sing. So my mother comes and she says, okay, sing the song you wrote for this little girl. So I sang it. And she said, okay, if you can sing about some little girl, you can sing about Jesus. So this Sunday,
I was going to say.
Church. I was like, what?
So I was going to say, one, you was brave in your household, singing at 12, 13, singing song about girl in the first place, because they would be like, what do you know about girl? What do you know about you? But it's testimony
man,
to your fantastic voice. And I will say that. So, being in a I suppose it's a family gospel group. Gospel was your lead in music. So as an artist or as a gospel artist now, and it's going to sound like a funny question, but walk with me with this. What style of music would you say you gravitate to? Is it classic gospel, new age gospel? You know, the R&B gospel, the soul. What? Because even gospel is a thing that leaves the message, but there's still different genres within the gospel thing. Yeah,
definitely the R&B side of music is where I kind of got my secret chops from playing the bass, because we weren't allowed to play like secular music. I would sneak and listen to, you know, Graham Central Station, Earth, Wind and Fire, you know, pick up bass lines, technique from some of those great bass players. You know.
Okay, and it incorporates that. So your family didn't have no problem with you doing it as long as it sound good and it can roll with the message. Okay. Well, let everybody know who's listening, who's tuned in, where and how or the sound of Antonio McClendon. Now, let me ask you this question. It's Antonio McClendon, but I've got tunes from you that say Tony McClendon. What do you go by?
Right now I go by Antonio McClendon. For a while I was just going by Tony. Mm-hmm. But in honor of my mother who named me Antonio, I said, you know what, I'm gonna
keep your name.
You know?
Kind of like Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay. Your mama named you Clay. I'm gonna call you Clay.
I'll call you Clay.
Oh, okay. So let me, and then there's a few little stories, because there's a tune. Well, I'm gonna tell you about it when I play it, but there's a tune that I play religiously, but I didn't know it was yours, because it used to come up in the title with Gil Junior.
Gil
Small, yeah. But it's yours. Yeah. And now I hear it properly, and the voice, I definitely know it's you. Yeah. But let's start with this one. Let's start with this tune.
Okay.
Called Smile.
Something so simple yet so very powerful. It's a wonderful expression you can share with someone you don't even know. It's universal, but still unique and personal. You can let somebody know that there's somebody.
Message in the music, most definitely.
A word. Take some time today. Just a little time. Take somebody's day. Whoa, whoa. All it takes is a smile. No need for nothing words to say. Yeah, it will always come back to you in so many wonderful ways. It don't cost you nothing.
And for those of you that don't know, now you know.
Someone could be
Now this is the tune I was talking about. Okay. So Glad I Know You.
Yeah.
This is religiously on my So Unique playlist on the radio, and I even use it playing in parties when you're doing a warm-up. But I'm going to tell you why as well.
Continue to turn you away. Haven't they heard you're the greatest love in the land? What more can I say? Yeah. Goodness, how can I? Oh, how can I tell? It's completely changed life. I'll never be the same. Never leave you. Why would I? Oh, when you love me this way, everything I need in life I found in you. I'm just happy. I know you, so happy. Forever
course.
Uh-huh.
Both these tracks are under Welcome to Groove City. This is 2016. Wow. We play it now like it's brand new.
That's the way. Ooh, that's the way. That's the way. Even before the first day to celebrate your birth, I've been knowing you. Before you took your first step upon this earth, I've been watching you. You're the center of my affection, the focus of all my care, and wherever you are in the world, I'll be there. Every time you laugh, every time you hurt, it's my arms you feel, 'cause my love is real. That's how much I
I'm not going to give them too much, you know. If you haven't heard the tune before, you have to go and buy it. This tune called How I Feel.
How do I tell you just how I feel? But every time I see you, you're so full of tears. I wish that time could just be still long enough for you to know that I am here. I just wanna hold you every time that I see you. Every time I look into your eyes. But how do I tell you all that I'm feeling when deep inside I'm crying? Maybe we can go for a walk, watch the sunset when it falls, take a stroll in the park, talk about anything you want. Maybe we can go for a ride in my 57 drop top down. See, I gotta share my heart, 'cause I can't wait anymore. I gotta let you know how I feel.
Just gotta let you know
How I feel. So let me tell.
Now, was this an older version of
And I see
the song you wrote for what you were singing for a 13-year-old you fancied?
naturally. And when I hold and look in your eyes, baby, trust me and believe I'm in it for life. So let's take it slow and trust God above. It's your body, soul, and mind that I love.
And this one,
It's not for the faint. My little girl, to me that's what you'll always be.
Yes.
I know you're all grown now, but please don't forget how much you mean to me.
now this one must be very special to you because you wrote this for your daughter.
My little girl, to me that's what you'll always be. I know you're all grown now, but don't ever forget how much you really mean to me. You'll always be my little girl. Where did the time go? It seems like only yesterday when I held you in my arms, my little bundle of joy. You've grown in such a beautiful way, but you're still my little girl. My little girl, my little girl. Hey, hey, that's what you'll always be. I know you're all grown, but don't ever forget you really mean to me. You're my little girl. What a beautiful young lady you've grown up to be. And I'm so.
So just to give people an insight on who Antonio McClendon is. Now, what I've noticed through the tunes that I've played as well is not all of them were solely gospel tunes. So as a gospel artist, you still do music that is just not gospel as well, but it just has the message of love or something that's personal to you.
Yes.
So in saying that, there's a couple of the tunes that when you play it, and even though they are gospel tunes, it's like people can be in a party, a rave or whatever, or just listening. And sometimes they're hearing the tune and they bop into the tune, but they do not realize it's a gospel tune. Yeah. Do not, like, that's the way. I didn't realize it was a gospel tune for a while. Yeah. Just loved the melody. That's the way, everything. And I was just rinsing it. So when you write some of these songs, do you deliberately write them to give a gospel message covertly?
It's not deliberate. It's really just kind of how it flows from me. God is literally in everything I do. I was always taught that God is love. So when I sing about love, I sing of it in the sense of family, good relationships, love relationships that work and how they can work and how they can be better. And it seems to find its way because that's literally my life.
Yeah. So the reason I asked that question, right, is because sometimes it can seem, I'm not saying that you do this at all. I'm just saying as a listener, right? It could be considered that, you know, you're sneaking in the word of God into some tunes, which is not a bad thing, you know, because if it, however it reaches somebody is however it reaches somebody. Now, but then in doing that, because it's a message that you've got, the gospel tunes in percent, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like a tune I can vibe with, or I can rock with, or I can dance with somebody with. If people are taking it and they're in parties and blah blah, and they're dancing close and they're, you know, sexy with their partners to your tunes, is that something of no, I never meant it for that, so you shouldn't be doing that, or just how would you take that?
I figure. You dance to it for a while, but if you really like it, you start to sing it. And then when you start to sing it, you'll go, "Oh, that's what he's saying. Oh, that's cool." Then you go back to dancing with a better understanding.
Oh, see, I'm going right back to the covertly. I like that, you know, covertly, yeah. and I'll say that because there are a few tunes, yeah, not just yours, other gospel artists and that sang songs, and people are jamming to it like nobody's business, and then a few times after you realize, oh my gosh, it's a gospel tune. And then you do look at it a lot differently. Because now I look at it a lot differently. And I'm like, well, but I will still play it exactly the same. The same. Okay, so you've first of all, let me just say hello. Let's just say hello to a few people that's in the chat rooms that's all listening in. Music Hat Man, big up yourself. P for Soul. Touch T, trying to listen in from Turkey. Touch T. Who else is in here? Fresh Beats is in here. Shams 64, Slow Jams D, Miss Envious. Thank you. Hello. For joining us, and Mr. McClendon right here, getting insight. Now, you have worked with a lot of incredible artists, such as James Ingram, Martha Munizini. Munizi.
Yeah, it can be a tricky one.
Yeah, it is a tricky one. There's a tongue twister. Try saying that 3 times when you're slightly inebriated. Donna Summer, Gladys Knight, Melba Moore, to name a few. And you was actually called up on stage from the audience by the wonderful Patti LaBelle. How did that happen? Did you even know it was going to happen?
No. I just happened to have really good tickets, really good seats at an Essence Music Festival.
Oh, an Essence Music Festival?
Yes.
Wow.
At the time, a good friend of mine, his friend's wife worked for Essence. So we got seats like right up by the stage. So Patty had called a few people up to sing, and she wasn't satisfied. So she came to the end of the stage and said, "Can anybody sing in here?" And all my friends got on their chairs. They stood up and started pointing at me. I was like, "Please sit down. Please, please." I was so scared. I was in pain. I was having aches in my body. I was so scared. And so she comes to the stage right in front of me, and she says, "Can he sing?" And they're screaming, "Yeah, he can sing." So she was like, "Get up here, I'm waiting for you." So I get up there, and I did what I do. I took the audience to church. I said, "We're here with Patty LaBelle, and everything is gonna be all right. Stay all right, all right." And it was crazy.
How did she take it? Was it a wow moment for her?
Yes. She looked back like, okay, I think I got the right one on stage with me now.
Oh, see, there's got to be a YouTube clip of that somewhere.
I've been searching. I hope somebody can find it. Essence or someone digs deep. I think it was maybe the first or second Essence festival ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Wow. So you put that on your accolades as well. Wow. Wow.
Immediately resume. Immediately.
So as a musical, growing up with a musical family and then having a family of your own.
Yes.
Now, how many kids do you have, if you don't mind me asking?
I have 5 children.
You have 5 children.
Yes.
How many of them are also in the music business?
In the music business, 2 of them right now.
2 of them.
My oldest son and my youngest daughter.
And your youngest daughter. So you got children in the business as well. So your daughter, Samira Joy.
Samira Joy.
Samira Joy. That's your daughter. Also a gospel singer.
Well,
Or is she?
She's a jazz singer.
She's a jazz singer.
But she has gospel influence throughout her jazz.
And you have sung with her a few times.
Yes.
Do you lot have material together as well?
We actually we've only really done like Christmas music and stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of the songs we've done, Christmas songs, are like online and on YouTube and things like that. We do a family Christmas tour every year for the last 3 years, the month of December. Okay.
So the music and the message is definitely brought down through the generations.
Yes.
And that is a fact. Do you know, don't use this as a comparison, but there's a kind of a Jackson story coming kind of in here, isn't it? The MCLENDONs though, MCLENDONs. Yeah, there should be a Netflix series coming soon. Yeah,
coming soon. You heard
coming soon. And then also your son who's your junior, Antonio.
Yes,
Junior.
Yes.
Which
amazing guy.
This is why I asked the question earlier before we came on the show, because as I was looking for your tunes and I came across that, but I looked at it right and I had to be thinking, because I'm like, it kind of looked like you, but it's mate, but your gospel and his song wasn't gospel, it's more R&B, but the song "Mend My Broken Heart," wicked song, love it.
Yeah.
I love it, and I did think it was you at first, but so it sounds a little bit like you too.
He sounds like his dad a little bit.
See, the genes are strong. They are strong. So, as a proud dad, do you support them in their endeavors with the music as well? Like you give them insight and whatever. So I know you were doing gospel as a band and the choirs and stuff and stuff, but as actually selling music, that's the music part of it, business part of it. Is it similarly the same as any other kind of music business? Dealing with record companies, dealing with distribution, publishing, all of that malarkey.
It's the same across the board. I just encourage my kids to remain true to yourself. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. Be who you are. Be who you were raised to be. Let your songs and let your life reflect who you really are. And those who want to gravitate to you, they will. Those who don't, they won't.
So, okay. As being in the music business for 30 years or over 30 years, over the years, what has been your best performances? And that's the nice part, but also been your worst performances. Let's get a balance here.
Yes, balance. And I have balance. I would say the best performing experience was probably that Patti LaBelle show. That was the first time I'd ever been on stage. It was like 30,000 people there. First time I'd ever been on a stage in front of that many people. I would say second to that, I was blessed to tour with legendary gospel artist Andre Crouch,
Yes.
and it was because of him that I got to see Europe a little bit and everything, and it was really a treasured time I had singing with him. Now the worst, I was in a play. I was in a play and I had a singing part. So I come out to sing my part, and I forgot all the words. The band is playing, and I'm looking at the audience, and I'm like, I'm doing all these hand gestures,
but nothing's coming out.
Nothing's coming out, and I'm praying. I was like, God, if you don't give me the words, I'm just gonna mime. I'm just gonna stand here because I don't know. I don't remember.
But as an artist, wouldn't you just make it up? The audience don't know.
Right?
They ain't got a clue.
In a couple of seconds, the words came back, and I tried to sing it so well that they would forget that I had forgotten a minute ago. So.
So you're up there doing your handshake and say,
Like, oh, the lyrics are back. Oh,
see, so it can happen to anybody.
It can happen.
Yeah? It can happen to anybody.
Yes.
Yeah, but at least there's balance. See, not every people have to know. Not every performance is a great performance.
Perfect.
Yeah. No, not everybody is perfect. Not at all. Right. I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna give you some quick fire questions before we proceed into the rest of the interview. Now the quick fire questions is just this or that. Yeah.
Okay.
The two choices, you choose which is yours, just to get an insight on you yourself as a person. So, tea or coffee?
Tea.
Any particular? And if you say to me any lemon and herb tea or green, purple and red tea, it's not tea.
Well, I'm talking to the true tea people. But yeah, it's got to be green. Usually it has some kind of blueberry infusion or something.
Okay, right. Christmas or Easter?
Easter.
Romantic night out or cozy night in?
Cozy night in.
Okay. Performing or producing, making music, writing?
Producing and writing.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask this question for Mr. Chris Ryder because I think we've missed this question a little bit.
Okay.
Ketchup or mayo?
Can't choose both, huh?
No. If you have both of them together, it's burger sauce.
Mayo.
Mayo. Okay, we have a mayo.
Yes.
You know, most people say ketchup. We have a mayo.
Okay. Tomato is really good for you. So that's why I choose it.
Okay. Now, on ladies at nighttime, headscarves or bonnets?
Headscarves.
Headscarf. Thank you. Headscarf. I'm on team headscarf all the way.
There we go.
Yeah. Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
All right. You're doing very well. Right. Documentaries or reality programs?
Documentaries.
Documentaries.
Yeah.
Okay. Sneakers
Okay.
or shoes?
Sneakers.
Okay. Now, if you had the power to change the world, would you eradicate racism or disease?
If I could eradicate one of them completely, I figured if I would get rid of disease, I could keep people alive long enough to deal with their racism.
Politician's answer, though. The politician's answer. Yeah, but yeah. I see where you're coming from there. I truly do see where you're coming from. Right, so before I ask you the last couple of questions, I did want to entice you to give people some of your live vocalistic skills, as wonderful and fantastic as they are. Singing a bit of what would you like to sing? Is it something you prepared? You can just go off the cuff.
Well, that's the way. That's been
That's the okay.
yeah.
That's the one we like. Okay, let's go. So a cappella version, so people keep glued. Yeah, if you go into the kitchen to go and top up your tea, don't wait a minute. Let's do this now. Yeah.
Before you took your first step upon this earth. Wait a minute, my own song. Here we go. Before the first day you celebrate your birth, I've been knowing you. Before you took your first step upon this earth, I've been watching you. You're the center of my affection and the focus of all my care. Wherever you are in the world, I'll be there. Every time you laugh, every time you hurt, it's my arms you feel, because my love is real. That's how much I love you, because that's the way I love. And I'll do anything for you. Yeah. That's how much I love you.
Well, fantastic. I would just like to say that when I'm singing that song in karaoke, I sound a bit just like that, yeah. But except for the little riffing pieces, I think I need to practice that bit there because I can't really get that piece there. I start.
Well, I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. So if we can do a little, after some private lessons, I give you a call and say, how do I do this piece properly? You can help me out. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
But then with all of that, do you actually do coaching and stuff like that, teaching in choirs and because you have a thing. What do you call it? It's called something specific. Oh gosh.
What's that thing?
What's it called? It will come to me. But do you?
Every now and then. It's not. I get asked to do it more. Actually, recently, but I never really saw myself as being able to teach it. I just kind of do it. But
arranger, that was called arranger.
Yeah. Now that I do a lot of for other artists and up and coming artists who need help, arranging background vocals. They're not really familiar with how to arrange harmonies and do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real joy of mine to help people who are just kind of coming up and may not necessarily be able to afford it normally, but we can make it happen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hear that you're coming to the UK.
I hear. That's a good thing you hear there, because I'm really excited about that.
Yes. So you will be here for New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve.
We're gonna bring it in right. We're gonna bring 2025 in right.
So just in case people want to know, he's going to be performing at the lavish New Year's ball in the Holiday Inn in Farnborough. So, and that's an ARP production. The tickets and all of that stuff will be on socials and stuff. I don't have the details for that at the moment. But he will be here.
Yes.
At the end of the year. Have you been here before?
I've never been to London. I've been to like Holland, Sweden, Rome.
Oh, so you've been to Europe.
London proper.
See, because Americans seem to think that when you come to Europe, it's it's not England. Yeah, it is not England. Yeah, they speak different language.
I'm looking forward to. This is the first I'm really looking forward to. Man.
And do you know what? We're going to be looking forward to that as well. Yeah. So before we close, tell people what you got coming up next. What's next for Antonio McClendon?
Well, I'm working on a full project right now. That's in the works. Writing songs right now for the upcoming McClendon Family Christmas Tour with Samara Joy.
Mm-hmm.
What else is going on, man? I'm working with a band, and my band is actually sort of based in Europe. The Output Input band.
Oh, Output Input. Okay.
Yes. So we have some new songs in the works to follow up our first album project last year. So we're staying busy, keeping the music rolling, and it's the kind of busy I love.
And that's good. That is good. So that means look out for the new stuff that's coming out as well. So you are planning, because I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. And here at the Hype, we like to try and get the exclusives.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't feel no way. We're all encompassing here. We're all encompassing. Yeah. Well, Antonio, thank you very much for gracing us with your presence here, right here at the Hype. Absolutely absolutely superb having you here, and I'll say this again. Vocals are fantastic.
Thank you, man.
Fantastic. Yeah, fantastic, and the longevity in the business as well. And I'll say this, and I'm not knocking any artist that says it, but when you've been in the business for X amount of years and you still try to make your music and do your music, sometimes you don't sound as fresh as when you first come out, but you still do. In fact, maybe even better. So keep up the good work, and we look forward to more things that's coming out, and you will be here in New Year's. Yeah. So thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Talk to you soon.
You too.
All righty.
Yes, that was the one and only Antonio McClendon. Wow, just what the doctor ordered. Need to take a sip of my drink for that. So coming up next, we have. Let me just check, because I know that we moved it around. Next, we have Future Beats. No, you didn't have it. So, Future Beats, where I will bring in our presenter, Mr. Chris Ryder, who is going to take us all through these new beats, the beats that you must be getting, the beats that he's endorsing. I'm bigging you up, you see. I'm bigging you up here. You see. The beats them you must be getting, yeah. And if you don't get it when Chris plays it, then you're gonna lose out.
Thanks very much, sir. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
Absolutely wonderful interview with Antonio. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that immensely. Very interesting. Anyway, yeah, so this is the segment where what I do is I play one and two bits and pieces that I've found over the weeks, and we're going to, endorse these tunes, and I'm going to play them to you, and hopefully you enjoy what you hear. So the first tune I'm going to play is, it's been out a little while, it's the Super Lowry Brothers, featuring Music Soul Child. It's called Gimme Love. Listen to this. So this is Future Beats. As I said, the Super Lowry Brothers, twin brothers, Chris and Wesley Lowry. Take a listen.
For you all night long. Now that you're here, we can.
So this is the high.
Finally get to what we both came here to get started. Yeah, I wanna please you. Someone who sees your woman.
As I always say in my shows, playing those bits and pieces you don't normally hear. So the twin brothers are hailing from Philadelphia. More known as jazz musicians, but I do like this one. So blessing goes out to Antonio McClendon, also Sheree Brown, coming a little later. Blessing goes out to Stupor. It's NVS. Fresh Beats. P for Soul. Swaby Irie. Okay, so that's track number 1 on the playlist. Let's give you track number 2. Right, track number 2 is a young lady by the name of Tash, and this track is called Silver Linings.
When you're ciphering
all of these tracks readily available, all musical platforms.
tell me what it is I wanna help you to see silver linings all around. The worst is surely over now. It's alright. Yeah, my baby. Yeah, babe, it's alright. Yeah.
This is an Australian artist, songwriter, producer, guitarist.
It's alright. And you're stuttering with everything you say. Tell me slowly and
I
then
can't believe this young lady was signed at the age of 13.
live with what it is I wanna help you to
Discovered by
lining.
Mark Feist,
At last, no shadow of a doubt.
big time producer,
It's alright,
Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, Kelly Rowland.
baby.
So they flew her over from Australia to LA.
It's alright.
And that's where she's doing her work.
It's alright. Yeah. My baby. It's alright, my baby. It's alright. Yeah. My baby. Yeah. Said it's alright.
Okay, so track number 3 is an artist by the name of Jalisha. This is some Scandinavian soul. Nice and smooth. I have to play this one for T-Smooth actually. This kind of groove.
I'm a woman, baby. Don't you know? Don't you know? Don't define me, no. 'Cause I am.
Don't forget you're listening to Future Beats.
I'm a woman.
If you don't know, get to know. You know the drill.
I'm a woman, baby. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a woman.
So Jalisha hails from Denmark.
I'm a woman, 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 woman.
Age of 11, she won a talent contest, similar to Star Search, Britain's Got Talent, all of that.
I'm a woman, baby. Don't you
So she's basically been doing a lot of background singing with various artists, but now she's decided to step out in the limelight for herself. I think she's made a good choice. That's Jalisha, track called Woman. Find this one on the Hype playlist for this month.
I'm a
we've been discussing it, it's been a woman takeover this month, in the last few months. Released 4th of October, Amaria, track called Afford You.
Bring it back to the basics. Little one, keep chasing. Did you know my heart?
Coming out of Tampa, Florida.
I can't do this on my own. I get a little bit emotional, but you know you are the one. Oh, don't you know that you can't give up? Keep raising on. You know that I can't explain the way it was, the way
I do like the groove on this one.
I feel. I don't wanna run away from all
I'll definitely be featuring on my show on Wednesday.
real. You know I adore you, baby. How can I afford you?
As you can see, the hype playlist,
Bring it back to
the link has been put in the chat on Mixcloud, and I'm sure it will be put in
the one keep chasing.
on YouTube as well.
I couldn't get away from you. Your weight was pulling too strong. Guess I'm right where I belong. I get a little bit emotional, but you know you
Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one, interesting artist by the name of Danny Boy. Danny Stewart is his full name, but his government name, I should say. But Danny Boy is also featured on Death Row. Yeah. Originally signed to Death Row. Track called My Everything. 29th of October, just hit the road. As I was saying, originally signed to Death Row at the age of 16.
I couldn't keep my eyes off you.
Actually debuted back in 1994, you know.
I hope you know what it really feels like when somebody really wants you.
If you remember your history, it actually debuted on the soundtrack. Murder Was the Case. Remember that, Murder Was the Case.
Take me to a place I never been.
His debut single in 1995, titled Slip and Slide.
Pull up on you on your job, drop you off at the club. The way I'm real about you, feel about you, nobody does. Bada bing, bada, time I got a lot of. I made you up and dressed you up and now you dripped in Prada. Take me to a place I am never gonna. I mean real hot, baby, like me marijuana. You're my everything, you're my only thing.
Take me to a place I never been.
You're my everything, you're my only
Take me to a place I never been. Everything to me, babe. Don't you know you
Right, so we have the men them representing right now. So let's give you one of the artists of the moment. Let's give you a Lucky Witherspoon.
When I had you to myself, I didn't want you around.
Release 9th of October.
I'ma turn things around.
A track called Love to Give.
To love you like a mother loves her baby. Like music is good for the soul. You can, yeah, lean on me when you need me. I got so much love to give. Love to give, love to give. Lean on me when you need me. I got so much love to give. Love to give, love to give. I don't feel like being lonely tonight. I need you to save me from myself. Take me from my worry. I can't change the way you feel about me, but I can change the way I love.
So don't forget all of these tracks readily available on all musical platforms.
To give you what you
As
want.
I always keep saying, there is music out there. You just got to search. Don't say you're too lazy or too busy.
Conversation.
No excuse.
Lean on me when you need me. I got so much love to give.
Love to Give. Lucky Witherspoon. If you haven't got his album,
Lean
thoroughly
when you need me.
recommend you do so.
Got so much love to give.
Excellent album.
I got reasons to give you what you want. I got reasons. Wasted conversation.
So tonight it's all been kind of mellow. And
Instead of hate,
we love mellow.
I swear, if times change, I'll remain the same. I don't wanna live without your love.
Okay, so next track I'm going to play
Only
in the Future Beats section of the hype
just you and me.
will be an artist by the name of Jan Hunter Jr. Absolutely wonderful. And you know what? Let's rough it up a bit. Because we do like a bit of rough.
Heard you been talking in the street.
We do like a bit of bass.
Thank you for the flattery, oh. What your eyes can't see is that you guys can't keep me. Oh, no matter how you try hard.
Sounds Jan Hunter Jr.
When you see me, don't cry. Say it high, don't try.
Track entitled
Same energy.
Incline Boom Bap.
Keep that same energy. When you see me,
Let's go that to Silver Harp. So unique.
when you see me. Heard you was talking on the radio before they played your wax single. Whoa.
Originally from California, now residing in Atlanta.
What played you high?
Talented brother. Also an educator.
Wanna be cool after playing me for a fool. Keep that same energy.
Tutors production. Musical
When you see me,
tutoring. Man's on point. He's also produced Kevin Ross, Eric Bellinger,
Still mad that we came up. You lame duck.
new artist, new to me, Anale.
They blame us, ultimately failing to gain trust amongst those discerning their motives is I'm purified in fire, roll my boat through the lava. Use it to warm my Java, sip it then I'm feeling unbothered. What you gonna do to me? Nada, want chips like Eric Estrada. The type of dude who wouldn't just do anything for $1. You're making me wanna holler. I see what Marvin did. Y'all just wanna flex. I'ma do my best for the starving kids. Build an empire, then tell them they can have all of this. Gotta miss. Y'all ain't that passionate, that's the parting kiss. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a long smooth. Good night already. Fighter Freddy, dreaming like Christopher, so proprietary. I am very unlike the others. Don't need the
Once again, the sounds of Jan
Well done.
Hunter Jr.
keep that energy.
Do like that one. No, that's one of them early bounce. Another artist that unfamiliar to me until I discovered her recently. Track called Stuck in Limbo, out of Columbus, Ohio. Sound of Chrissy T.
It's hard for me to trust myself.
Released 20th of September.
Don't help. Every time I'm up, I come right back down. Keep going round and round like a merry-go-round and round. Some days I may be on, but it's hard to admit about the days when I am off and I'm struggling within, out of control. Feel the need to grow. I think it's time to let go. Don't wanna be stuck in limbo, clinging to my past, but I need to move on.
So this young lady has been in the industry,
Limbo,
performing industry, over 20 years. Over 20 years in theatre, can you believe? Obviously got a bachelor's degree as well in vocal music performance. So she knows her team.
lately feeling anxious.
Sounds of Chrissy T.
I believe in something greater, bigger, better within my reach. The time is now. Don't keep feeling down, even if I.
So don't forget, a little later on, we're going to give you the top buzzing where we all come back.
Some days I may be on,
and we give our opinions on some top buzzing tracks that we are feeling here at the Hype. So as well as me, we'll be hearing from T Smooth and Sean.Campbell as well.
Don't wanna be stuck in limbo, clinging to my past, but I need to move forward. Don't wanna be stuck in limbo, but I gotta press on, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want pain, no.
Okay, so I'm going to give you one more in the top buzzing. And you know what? I'm going to give you a real ladies tune for the top buzzing. Now this one here, you know, back in the day when you used to go to your little dances, your little raves and stuff like that, it's not so much how it used to be nowadays, but this is the kind of tune that, well, those who know innit?
Only thing that's saving you is a heart.
These are the kind of tunes, if you know, you know. Definitely expect to hear this.
Is a heart of a woman.
Definitely expect to hear this in certain raves. Right, true.
Question is why I do the things I do. Answer I may never find.
Sounds of Summer Walker.
Lose you. Wanna give up on you, but damn, I know I can't. I put the blame on me for giving you chance after chance. And I try to.
Message reads the new female anthem. Absolutely.
This time.
So this will be the last one for now in the future beats. Marie B, I see ya.
Is a heart of a woman.
Definitely agree with that T Smooth. The new female anthem. Heard here on the Hype.
Is a heart of a woman.
Marie Maria B. Dimple says she's had this tune on repeat
His mama,
today.
my soul, where's your pride?
I tell you, it's a ladies' tune.
Ego, I left mine.
So this is Future Beats. My name is Chris Ryder. This is The Hype.
Running all in my emotions. I let you slide.
Giving you some bits and pieces that you need to have in your collection.
And I try to
Okay.
strong. How much can I put your words on your lips this time?
This time.
Hope your words ain't lying, 'cause no one can take
Okay, so after this,
I'm about to walk out the door.
back to the interviews, back to the chat, back to the fun and laughter. You know.
Only thing that's saving you is the heart of a woman.
So if you bring on S. Campbell for me, boss lady, let's see him jigging up a ting, winding left and right, right and left.
Oh,
Yes, S. Dot.
big tune, big tune, big tune.
It's all yours, so take it away.
Absolutely fantastic segment there. And like I said to people, them is the tunes that you need to have in your bucks. Like Chris said, in them, not forget play now the blues dance. We don't really have blues dance no more though.
Well,
really.
This is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't
Can't
really.
knock down like he used to. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know, some people. That's a conversation that if you did listen to a Rants and Bants, you would get to understand certain things. But let's make you watch it back, and then you'll find out what we are talking about. First and foremost, let me tell people to share, like, subscribe if you're on the YouTube, follow if you're on the Mixcloud, and share the links. Let's not keep it to ourselves. Let everybody know what's going on with the hype. Going to big up some of the people known that is in the chat room. We're bigging up Tigress, MBE Davy J, Junior Jinx, Swaby Irie, big up yourself, sir. Jackie Fit, Marie B Dimples, Miss Edwards, Mikey D, big up yourselves. Thanking you for all coming aboard and being part of the hype. As we will move on with the show, we're going to introduce you to the next segment, and that segment is called Where Are They Now? So if we can bring on Mr. T Smooth, who's the host for that segment. So there'll be a quick switcheroo where Chris Ryder has to disappear.
See you,
Let me say abracadabra.
Yep.
It's not working. It's not working. Shazbat. No, that's not the words.
Guzu.
Who can die under science again?
Has to be Guzu. Guzu always works every time.
Guzu. Oh, Guzu. Sorry, if I did say Guzu the first time, it might have come true. Guzu.
Thanks, gents. Thanks, Chris, for that Future Beat segment. Absolutely fabulous. Well, I have to say, I got all of them on my playlist. So hopefully you're going to do the same thing and put them in your personal playlist. Right. I'm super excited, butterfly filled, to bring to you this month's Where Are They Now? And this month's special guest, she's a singer, she's a musician, Emmy-nominated producer, and ASCAP winning songwriter, aka American Society of Composers, Authors and Publishers. She's also a Gold and Platinum Award winner. She's described as an artist with a heart of gold. I say she's got such a spiritual soul. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I bring to you the lovely Miss SHEREE Brown. As my learned host would say, it's love to be live. It's lovely to be live. Here she is. Hi, the lovely SHEREE Brown. How are you? Can you hear me?
I can hear.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, now I can hear you too. Welcome, SHEREE. Oh, listen. I've just got to share this. You're a young lady whose career has been a part of my musical life. You know, because I'm going to say this. first and foremost, she's a Christmas baby, born on the same day as Jesus. So you know she's truly blessed. Probably explains why her soul is so spiritual as well. I'm not going to say what year. So it's 19. Mind your own business. But me and Sheree were born in the same 10. That's all I'm saying. Sheree, welcome.
Thank you.
And it's such a pleasure to have you with us here on The Hype.
Pleasure's mine. All mine.
And I know you look very relaxed in my garden out there in LA, but I'll allow you to use it for this occasion.
I decided to bring my backyard to you all. So your backyard was Sheree Brown.
We're going to speak about we're going to speak about your background a little later on through the course of his interview. But what we're going to get into, am I correct in stating that your recording career began with Capitol Records in the early 80s?
That's correct.
The question is, because I know we were born at the same kind of time, what was going on prior musically to your being picked up by Capitol Records in the 80s? Because I know your talent must have been out there before this.
I started working with Patrice Rushen in the mid 70s, and co-wrote "Haven't You Heard," which was one of her first big hits. And about 15 or 20 others during the year from that time, actually to present. And doing background, I worked with late SHEREE Wright, who was a mentor of mine, a really good friend, and did some background. My first background session work was with Donald Byrd for his Blackbird.
Wow.
And it was contracted by a really good friend of mine, Jim Gilstrap, who was responsible for bringing all the background singers for that project together. I can't remember the name of the project, but it was one of the earlier Blackbird albums. That was my first professional gig. And
you're mentioning names of like the Blackbirds, Patrice Rushen. When I started I was really a record collector, and I used to fly over to the States every now and then to buy my vinyl and bring them back. And those are the kind of artists. So my next question is basically, during that period of time, that time frame, it must have been buzzing with musicians at the time. So what was the vibe like musically, creating music during that 70s and 80s period?
It was magical. It was magical because there was here in Los Angeles, California, in the States, there was a nucleus of us who worked together, and we were just friends. We would hang out. It would be SHEREE Wright, Patrice Rushen, the late, oh gosh, I can't remember the drummer. I'll remember it. Freddie Washington, the bass player, jazz players. We would just pass each other. The late, I remember one time there was a party and Denise Williams was there with George Bohannon, the trombone player, and it was just like my first demo that I did. My first demo, and even the last demo. These were folks that were on my demo. Patrice Rushen. I worked with Ndugu. There was oh gosh, the Horny Horns. That's the James Brown's horn player.
Yeah, wow.
Oh my gosh, John Robinson, Abraham Laboria, bass player, Paulinho DaCosta, percussionist. These were all, we were all friends, just hanging out and working on each other's projects, going to barbecues. Most of us at the time were vegetarians or semi-vegetarians. You know, I met Stevie Wonder through Sarita Wright, the late Sarita Wright, when she was married to him. Yeah. So that's what it was like. And it was just so, it was fun. It was creative. It was healthy. You know, it was just amazing. And there were no egos. Everybody was in support of each other. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, if I could turn back the hands of time and pick a particular time to jam, I'd like to be in the States during that creative time of music, believe me.
Yeah.
A question I've got to ask you, because like you're on the LA side, then you had the Motown explosion going on at the same time. Did you find, were they sort of fed off of each other, or was it just separate sort of explosions from Motown and the East Coast side of things?
My experience was that they were separate. Yeah, my experience was they were separate. Although some of us um, knew each other or met each other through, they were acquaintances. But they were, my experience, for me personally, they were pretty separate at that time.
Okay, I'm just going to tell the folks out there, Sheree has been making music, recording music since, well, as you heard, did sessions from the 70s, but she got signed to Capitol Records in the 80s. And she brought out her first album, one of my favorite albums, I must add. If I could get you to sign it virtually, that'd be great. It was Straight Ahead in 1981, followed by The Music in 1982. Two very iconic, I've got to say, very iconic albums. If you haven't got these albums, listen, you need to have if you love music and you haven't got these albums, you don't really love music. Because without Sheree Brown in it, I could go on and on about those. But as a singer-songwriter and musician right now, making music, how do you find the process from then and now? Do you find it much more difficult to produce music? Is there less influences in the world to encourage that music?
That's a good question. It's different. It's not more difficult for me. It's just different because there's a lot of like the Pro Tools, a lot of the technical stuff that we weren't dealing with back then in the 80s. The late 70s didn't exist. So there was more musicianship back then because there's so much that can be created through the technical side, mechanically now. And there are folks that they're not musicians creating music. And so, that's a good thing in a way, I think, but it's not a positive thing in other ways, because then there is that musicality that is missing for me. But there also is some very, very creative stuff happening. That's why I love to combine and collaborate with those that are from a younger generation, and mixing what I call the more seasoned music and experience with those that are coming up. I think that's really important, and there's a lot of joy that I do find in that.
I love the word that you use there, seasoned, because to me, as a person who loves my music, the seasoned flavor of music is what I still listen for in the modern music today. Even though I love a mixture of the two, but that is what I strive to find these days. And that's gonna. But before I go on to your 2013 album, between 1982 and 2013, you went on a what shall I say, a hiatus? We didn't hear from you.
Hiatus.
That's the word. That's what I'm looking for. What happened to Patrice? Where were you?
I was being a mom, starting to raise a family, married. My husband and I are going to be celebrating our 44th year anniversary this month.
Wow.
And we waited a while before we had any children. So we have a daughter and a son that are young adults, and they're involved with my music. And then they each have 2 daughters. So I have 4 granddaughters. So still was doing behind the scene kind of thing. As I was raising them, and still even occasionally working on some things with Patrice. So,
because I was going to ask that, because I know you write and produce and co-write for a lot of artists. You've had some Grammy hits with Kirk Franklin, and as you mentioned, Patrice Rushen, Zayn, and a lot of others. Because you've been accredited with writing over 100 songs over your long and illustrious career. And I'm going to ask, if there was a particular moment of your career that stands out for you, say, let me put it performance-wise rather than album-wise. Is there any particular performance that you've done live that stands out for you? Because you have traveled most of Europe and London, because we was at the Barbican, was it last year?
Yes.
Which one stands out for you as a prominent performance?
That one, that one that I did in London last year at the
barbecue.
Barbican. Oh my gosh, that was just so. Oh my gosh, that was the best. That was the best. I don't, I'm waiting on. Let's see what can top that. I've done quite a bit of stuff, but there's so much love you all have there, and so much appreciation for music that I don't experience. I've not experienced here in the States. When I went there the very first time. And did a show, I was amazed with the response.
Yeah.
Wow, and I came back bragging about you all. So it's, believe it or not, I use you all as a gauge. Like, are they gonna like this? Are they gonna like what I'm working on? I'm working on a new project, in fact, and the music is about that.
Right. Right. Before we go into your current and modern stuff, what I want to do, I want to give listeners and yourself a snippet of some of my favorite Sheree Brown tracks that I've grown with over the years, as well as a snippet of some of the current. So, ladies and gentlemen, Sheree, kick back and relax. Here's a little montage of music from the lovely Sheree Brown. I know some of you will know, some of you may not, but if you don't know, you're going to get to know.
You say that you cannot dance. Well, you've got to take the chance. So let's get up on the floor. Soon you'll be hungry for more. Hey, shaking your body, move your feet. It's easy grooving to the beat. First move your left foot, then your right. Next thing you know, you'll be dancing all night. Shake your body, move your feet. It's easy grooving to the beat. This is my granddaughter. Gonna run, I gotta get away. 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 I remember when things weren't going right. That September, I held my pillow tight. Though the Sandman tried, I couldn't go to sleep. Lord, I didn't cry, but prayed. She's headed for the corner store. Woke up with a headache once more. Never thought she'd be outside looking in. Never thought the madness would ever end. You can shine no matter what you're going through. Shine. You can shine in spite of where the past has taken you. Shine. You can shine. You're the one who's the best for you, for you, for you, for you, for you. Boom, 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 boom. The beautiful thing is that you're beautiful, beautiful girl.
You were not beautiful. Talked about you, and I know it had.
There you have it, a small montage of Sheree Brown's multi-talented albums. If you don't have them, just to give you a rundown of what the album was just featured. We featured a track from the Straight Ahead album, also the Magic album, the music album, from the 2013 Messages from the Heart album, and also from the 2014, is it?
Messages from the Spirit.
Messages from the Spirit, yep, that's it. I know there's two messages in there. There's another one in there, but I didn't play one from where all only children. I didn't play something from that album, but maybe later on. That's going to neatly lead us into asking you about your first project that came out in 2013, which was the Messages from the Heart album. And let's get that out, mate. Tell us a little bit about that album, but we're going to go more in detail in the 2014 album. But I want you to just give us some background about the trilogy behind the 2013 album, Messages from the Heart.
So I did a book called Messages from the Heart, which were stories, true stories of young adult women overcoming challenges. And I decided what I wanted to do was to write and produce a song to dedicate to each woman in their story. And it was released on Expansion Records, along with the book release. And it just was a thing of me sharing, stories can be healing. So can music, along with music. So the combination I thought would be extremely great, And so since you're in just a little word here, since you're in my backyard, my granddaughter came up. So you hear her in
is that Monroe?
In the background. So just a little heads up. She's sitting here.
Which are the grandchildren?
I have 4 grandchildren, and she's the 3-year-old.
Okay, does she want to come and say hello to London?
Yeah, she's gonna when you're ready. She's sitting there patiently enjoying your show as I'm, and checking out her grandma. So
well, let's not keep her waiting too long. Let's bring her on and get her to say hi before we go into depth on the album.
You want to come and say hi?
Hi.
So you say hi to London.
Hi, London.
Hey, Monroe.
Well, this is Zora. So Monroe is. Yeah, I'm sorry if I said Monroe. My oldest granddaughter, who's 11, is her name is Monroe. In fact, she's in one of my music videos when she was her age with the little puppet. So I'm always calling them the wrong name. Okay. Not Monroe. Yeah. I'm Zora.
I have that problem as well. Don't worry.
So yeah.
Yeah. So you just tell us a bit about the Message from the Heart album.
Yes, and so the song "You Can Shine," Patrice Rushen and I co-wrote, and there's 4 of us singing background. Not just the background. We're doing lead on it. Patrice, myself, my daughter Maya Nicole, actually, and 2 of my nieces, Sarah Lynn and Ryan Pins. But Patrice and I co-wrote it.
Because I noticed you and Patrice worked together on both the Messages album, because you've got the Messages from the Heart one. You also that was a special project because you had a book with it as well as a CD, and I'll let you tell the story. The package that came and the story behind the 2000 the Message from the Heart. Is that Message from the Heart album? Or was it the Message from the Spirit album? Which one?
So the second one's Message from the Spirit. So yeah, again, it was another.
Message from the Heart had the book and the CD and the whole package.
Right. So Messages from the Spirit is another book, my second one. So it's a trilogy. So it's the second of the trilogy, and it's stories of young adult women, and it focuses on mental health and just and it also involves overcoming challenges. And so, like the first one, I wrote the music and co-wrote some of it, and dedicated to the women and their stories. But the thing that was unique about this one is that a number of the songs that were recorded for the project featured some of the singers were actually those who told their story.
Oh wow.
And so, and then just some folks, like for instance, Beautiful Girl, I co-wrote with Naila Porter, who's a fabulous singer out here from the States. And she's doing it as a duet with me. And so one of the things, and that's one of the things why Zora wanted to come and share with me. There's a song called I Choose Love on that second album. And this second one was released on Expansion Records as well, with the book, and separate from the book, was a part of the package. And so what had happened, and you know, there's so much political turmoil going on right now, and it's very similar to back in 2015, 2016, when things were politically kind of in a turmoil. And so I started using this term, a tagline: I choose love. No matter what's happening, I choose
love.
And the more I get upset about something, the more I say, I choose love. And so I went to Patrice before, you know, as we were working on the second book and the music for it. So Patrice, you know, I've been, you know, using this tagline. I want us to write a song together that embodies what I choose love. And we went to her house, and you know, we were in her studio. She just went right to the piano, started playing. It was magical. She started playing it. Within an hour, we had the song. And so that was released on Expansions Records, Messages from the Spirit, an extension of love. So it was released during the pandemic. So you know how everything closed down during the pandemic. And we were very limited. We couldn't perform, and it was just, oh my gosh. So I started doing music videos in my backyard, in fact. And I got together, I collaborated with this young writer and producer who worked with Chris Brown and Zendaya at the time. And he had just finished a top 10 Billboard record for each of them. And so I said, if you listen to this album, on Expansions record, what song would you choose to do a remix? Because I would love for you to do a remix. And he chose I Choose Love. And he did this remix, but we never were able to release it because of the pandemic and how timelines change, right? So now we're in another political turmoil. I shouldn't say turmoil, but challenges right now here in the state.
Yeah.
And, there's just a lot of unkindness and things that are so opposite of love and being kind. So I Choose Love is popping up again, and we never released the remix. So his name is John Redwine.
Yeah.
And so it's called I Choose Love Redwine Remix. So I said, John, can we release it now? Because he released it as a single on his platform, October the 12th, this past October 2024. And I thought it would be just a fun thing to, have another take on it, right? So it somehow we're getting a good response from it, but it's so appropriate, that Patrice and I would get together, write a song back in 2018, 2019, and we're here at the end of 2024 with something, the seed was planted back then. So one of the things that Zora's been doing. Okay, you hear somebody's dog barking. That's not our dog. So it's may I do this a cappella and have her do just a snippet of it?
You must have read my mind. I was just about to say, why don't you give us a little snippet of
it would be awesome,
the brand new I Choose Love?
She's fading, and so I want to, she's been waiting patiently. So now I'm gonna sing part about Choose Love, okay? And I'm gonna tell you when you sing. I'm gonna sing first, but don't you sing till I tell you, okay? All right, and then when you sing, you look into the camera, okay? So this is snippet of it towards the middle. All over the world, what do we really? Hey. It's not a simple thing, but there's so much joy it brings. I'm gonna skip to the chorus. I choose love. I choose love. I choose. I choose. Choose. Thank you, Dora. They're clapping for you.
Lovely.
Thank you. Yeah.
I choose love. That's
Out of the mouths of babes,
Babes
right?
and Suckling, absolutely.
Thank you.
So that's the new single that's out at the moment. The remix of I Choose Love.
Yes, and one of the things that yes, and it's available on all streaming platforms. And we're working on the music for the third and final trilogy of this book and music series, and it's called Messages from the Soul. It's called Messages from the Soul, and so it's okay. One moment, and my husband wrote this, and it's featuring stories of men overcoming challenges, but it's the same format of art and music. So I'm working on producing the music. Can't say who's distributing it yet, but I can say that this album that will be coming out is specifically when when it comes out, it's dedicated to you all.
Oh, lovely! I'm looking forward to that. Oh, have we lost Sheree? Oh man, we're going to try and get back Sheree in a quick second. But in the meanwhile, what we're going to do, we're going to give you a little snippet of Sheree back in the days. Oh, she's back.
Sorry.
Well, we lost it here for a sec. Well, I was just about to play a couple of snippets of you performing, and then we're going to get back into more questions about Miss Sheree Brown, because you're such an eclectic person. There's other sides of you that I want to bring to the front and center after we come back from this clip. So if the boss lady, if you could play a couple of Sheree's clips for me, that would be fantastic. Wow, that is yet the Barbican, if I remember right.
Yeah,
that was the Barbican thing. That's the one you were alluding to earlier on. I'm just sorry I missed that one. I think I was abroad or something. That's why I missed it. Right, there's a couple of things I want to highlight about our lovely Sheree. She's a bit of a philanthropist, our Sheree, and could you tell us a bit about your Sarah Vales project that you and your husband and Brenda Hewitt are involved in?
Yes. So we are partners. It's a corporation, and so it features music and art, uh, and the goal is to make a person's life better, to bring joy and love through the arts. And so we're able to do the we've had some folks and companies distributing us for the different projects, but we've been able to release them as Theravel's Inc. And so that is a dream for me. At one point in time, it was like, oh, one of these days I'm going to have a record company. One of these days I'm going to have our company. Then I got mad, and those were dreams before I met my husband. And it's now it's here.
It's fruition. It's bearing fruit now.
Yeah.
You also have another one foundation called is it Funkazy? Is that
Funkozy?
Funkozy?
You know what Funkozy? Funkozy is an organization that I support. They are a organization out of Haiti. And the reason why I got involved with them is years ago, and they had that huge earthquake, and so many people died. And
yeah, I remember that.
There were some stories I'd read about how some of the families had to give up their children to orphanages till they got it together. And the kids didn't want to go, but they were doing for the kids because they felt that's how they would be able to survive. And I remember reading one of those stories, and and I was so touched. It really broke my heart, and that's how I started getting involved with that movement. And so Foncozy is an organization that empowers women to help to provide for their family and for their men, because from the way I understand it is that during that time there were so many of the men who were lost legs and just different things and couldn't support their family. So the wives had to work. And so that movement started as a result of that. And so that's how a personal friend of mine that I trusted is from Haiti, but she's here in the States and she's involved. Her husband is involved with the entertainment industry. And so that's how that all came about. That and there's a project called Children and Family Inc. And they're in the States here, and they provide mental health care for babies, young children, and their families. So I thought both of those were really worthwhile causes and things that were dear to my heart. I love children.
And you have these both under the SHEREE umbrella as well at the same time?
I have what?
You keep these all under the SHEREE
umbrella. Yeah. Well, Foncozy and Children's Inc., they are separate foundations, nonprofits, and I just support them. So I share it on my website, realshereebrown.com. That's Sheree, SHE1REE Brown.com. Dora. So I share it because of their what their models are for the organizations. It's very, very dear and close to my own.
That's your Christmas Day spirituality, reaching out to those.
Maybe.
I also want to touch on to the fact that you wrote a children's book. I'm going to try and pronounce this. We've been trying to have a laugh trying to pronounce this earlier. Zakanaka?
Jakanaka, that's good.
Wow.
That's excellent. A lot of folks, they can't pronounce it. That is excellent. So my husband and I wrote it with another art director and illustrator named Pishot Hunt. So he co-wrote the book, and then Pishot Hunt did all the illustration. And it's about a little girl who gets bullied at school, and her favorite teacher shows up, and he comes and he's got dreads and he's brown skin and she's brown and black and the illustrations are beautiful. It looks like Disney, and he worked for Disney.
Oh wow!
For years, and so we decided that was so needed because of so much bullying, and it's beautiful because it transcends color. So when I would do we would do these performances, the kids wouldn't see a little black girl. They would say, "Oh wow, that happened to me." Somebody pulls their hair at school and they cheer for homework, and the whole thing is that basically you're beautiful and believe in yourself. That whole thing. So yeah.
Oh, lovely. I mean, are these books your books that you've written available, say, through Amazon? Because to be honest, I tried to find them on the UK Amazon site. They weren't there.
They are available through my website.
Okay. So that's the best link to get them through.
Yes, they're available by going to my website. We haven't gotten them on Amazon yet.
Okay.
We self-publish.
Okay, I'm gonna get the Zakanaka one for my
Yes.
grandkids and get them to pronounce it.
It's a big book. It's bigger. It's as
like
big as kids. Yeah, as big as kids are.
Oh wow! Well, I'll have to get that when I come out and buy it and ship it back with myself.
Yeah, or take it on the plane with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right, I want to go into some either or questions. There's just some fun questions. It's one or the other, and you just pick one. Okay, creating music in the daytime or the nighttime.
What? Say that one more time.
Create music in the day or in the night.
Nighttime.
Okay.
You want to know? You want to hear something crazy? Well, it's not crazy. Since my husband and I have been married, I'm up late while he's sleeping. Then he gets up early and I'm sleeping. That's in the evening late is when I create the best.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Would you prefer to have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Personal maid.
Okay.
Because I can cook. And I have food allergies. And so I have to watch what I eat. So it's safe.
Okay. Okay. If you had the power to solve one or the other, solve world hunger or global warming?
World hunger.
Okay.
If we save the world, if we don't have folks living because they've starved to death, I figure if we can get people healthy, then we can all come together and work on the global warming together.
Absolutely. If you could sing in a concert, which of these two would you love to sing with? Marvin Gaye or Barry White?
Marvin Gaye. Okay. Marvin, yay. Barry White's great too, but Marvin, yay.
Celebrating Christmas or celebrating birthdays?
Christmas.
Okay.
Because Christmas is my birthday, but of course, it's also Jesus' birthday.
You win it both ways. You get two in one.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could have £1 million now or £5,000 per week for life? $1 million, I should say. $1 million now or $5,000 per week for life?
$1 million. There's so much that I would want to do and still want to do. And, life is not promised to us tomorrow. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just got a couple of more. If you could find love today or win the lottery next year. But you've had love for 40 years, so it's not it's irrelevant, isn't it?
Have love, so is that a fair question?
We'll scratch that one. We'll scratch that one for now.
My honey bunny Doug.
Okay, the final one in the segment: playing live or playing in a studio.
Both.
Live
because
studios.
you know what? They're two different things for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much joy that if I'm playing in the studio, it's usually because I'm working on some music that I'm producing.
Mm-hmm.
And the joy of that is comes from hearing the finished product. But then what happens, the joy comes from performing that finished product.
So it's all part of the same cycle, really. You do the
Right,
studio and
right,
then you go live with it. Yeah, absolutely.
right. So
I,
it's a good thing.
I want to take you back now, just a little bit, and before we wrap things up this evening, back to 2019 when you came out with A Backyard with Sheree Brown.
Yes.
How did that concept come about, and when can we expect it to come back?
Well, I started doing it again.
Oh, you have?
I started this month, last month. I started right before actually I started the day that the new remix was released on October the 12th. And so you know it that I've started again, and it took me a while because my mom passed away the day after Christmas last year.
Oh,
And we all have different ways of dealing with grief. And so it took me the motivation was not there to basically do anything, and so I used my mom's inspiration to motivate me to get back on track, especially since I have these projects I'm working on. And so I started, I'm going to do one today, and I'm going to try to stick with and disciplining myself on doing one once a week.
Once a week. Wow,
And-
that's a commitment there.
Yeah, oh my gosh. It started in our living room. And then somehow years ago, I decided to take it to our backyard on the deck outside of our house. And so I have a friend who's an actor and a producer, R.J. Smith. And we were talking about what's a good title to come up with. And he brought it. He said, backyard. Say backyard with Sheree Brown. Because I would say, you're in my backyard. But if you say backyard to Sheree Brown, backyard can be anywhere. I could take my backyard to you. And that's why I chose to do this today. You see, my granddaughter, although she was requested, so we made sure it happened for you all. But you get to see, the birds, you hear you're in my backyard. I brought my backyard to you today.
Absolutely.
And you came to my backyard.
And I'm glad to be in your backyard. But I want to be there live, though. I'll take the flight out and come and join you. I've got one more question for you.
Okay.
Of the artists that have passed, if there were 3 artists you'd like to perform with or write for, name me 3.
Marvin Gaye. For sure. I would say Sarita Wright, but Sarita Wright and I performed together, and we wrote a few things together. So, Minnie Riperton.
Oh wow,
Minnie Riperton.
That's a shout right there. I could see you two together actually. I could see you and Minnie doing a performance together. Absolutely.
My first album, I don't know if you know, was produced by Minnie's husband, Dick Rudolph.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to meet her. She had passed away. She had passed away before I had a chance to meet her. And Capitol Records got, talked to Richard Rudolph about doing the album, and it was great. So I was able to spend time in their home.
Oh, lovely.
And
wow.
Maya Rudolph was like 7 years old, and her older brother. So I was like, okay, well, I'm here. Her spirit's been here. And so Minnie Riperton, and I'm trying to think of the third person. Can't think of a third person because there's so many people out there. And those who have, inspired me, thank God they're still here with us. I just can't think of a third person, but Minnie and Marvin Gaye definitely. Stand out for me.
Sheree, please, before you go, let everybody know where they can contact you or get your music or your books. And I forgot to mention, she was also a teacher. Let people know where your handles and your socials are.
You can go to my website, which is Real, REAL, Sheree Brown's, SHEREE Brown.com. That's my website. And we're setting up, it's a brand new one. That was just set up. I can't remember the name of the company. I'll get that and post it on my social stuff. And I have a YouTube channel, Real Sheree Brown. There's a number of videos that I've done. One with Leon Ware and a song that he and I co-wrote called the theme song for the Messages from the Heart. And my Facebook and Instagram, it's Sheree Brown's fan page. Go to it, like it. My Instagram is Real Sheree Brown. So I set up my Twitter. It's called X now, but I haven't used that yet.
Yeah, you're like me. I'm trying to get my hand around that one, but it's probably called X for a reason. But we'll get there.
Yeah,
Sheree, for myself and the Hype team, we want to send a heartfelt thank you for taking some precious time, and to grandbaby, for sharing time with us. And we thank you.
Thank you.
And we look forward to connecting with you, your spiritual soul and your musical soul, in the near future.
You know what? I appreciate that, but I want to add one last thing. There is a song that I'm going to work on. I'm working on, and I'm going to continue to work on for this new project, Messages from the Soul. And this song specifically was inspired by you all. Specifically, I can't say anything about it yet, but it just was recently inspired by you all.
I tell you what,
and I thank you in advance.
When you're ready to really just whisper it in our ear, and then come to us here at the Hype, and we'll put it on the platform for you and let everybody know what's going on.
You got it. And you know what? Also, before the end of the year, hopefully before Christmas, but we're going to take pre-orders, I have a special Messages from the Spirit vinyl edition.
Wow.
Limited.
I'm there.
My God.
I'm there.
So,
I'm there. I can see my Christmas stocking already. Sheree Brown, thank you. You're an absolute legend, and it's been been a pleasure. You've just made my life a lifelong memory. Sheree Brown,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome now.
Thank you. I am in musical heaven. I just interviewed Sheree Brown. Brethren, oh wow. Sheree, thank you.
I could tell you this now, yeah? P for Soul just dropped off his chair. Yeah, she said limited edition vinyl something. He just jumped off his chair. Whatever he was doing, he was eating his food. He just dropped off his chair.
And everything. Stop chewing.
And you know what?
Wiping them out now.
And you know what? It sounds like we got our Hype theme tune as well.
I'm gonna have
somebody's passing the buck. Yeah, somebody's passing the buck. So thank you very much, Sheree. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. T Smooth, great job.
Thank you.
As we
excellent.
continue with the format of the show, we now have our entertainment news to let people know and know where they can be going, what concerts are about, etc. So, without further ado, can you consider the little background music is playing in the background? Let's see, where are we going? Where are we going this month? Where are we going from now to the whatever Christmas? Where are we going? October, London will be performing at the Boysdale in Canary Wharf. I only saw a flicker of that, but we got some photographic memory. Yeah, see it there. Yeah, October, London at the Boysdale in Canary Wharf. What the date is? The date is. Let me see the psychic powers are working again.
Someone's got some very fast fingers going on this evening.
Okay, so it's not at the Boysdale. So where is it? Okay, let's go. Let's move on. Let's go. Ruby Francis, Jerome Thomas, Bailey, Linda Dawn at London, UK Coco on the 8th of December, Sunday the 8th of December, 2024.
That
one
should
to
be
get your
alright.
tickets in now. Yeah, man, that should be
that's
all
gonna
right.
be a
That
good
should be a
one,
nice
yeah.
one. Yeah. Did I say her name right? Cecily. If her name's not Cecily, Cecily.
Cecily.
See, I like to change
Cecily sound too masculine, man.
Yeah,
Cecily.
Cecily. Cecily, if your name's Cecily, sorry. Yeah. She's going to be performing at the Pizza Express in Holborn on the 10th of November. Yeah? Let's see. I like that dress, by the way.
I'll be there.
Loose Ends will be at the Borsdale in Canary Wharf on Wednesday, the 6th and the 7th of November. Also, Loose Ends will be at the Railway Telegraph in...
What, down the road?
Down the road.
Forest Hill.
Forest Hill, that's it, in Forest Hill. On the 23rd of November, I do believe. 23rd, 26th, one of them days there. So Loose Ends will be about from November. Loose Ends is going to be about.
Yeah, local. Good to have a local one.
Leela James will be performing at the Jazz Cafe on Monday, the 25th of November. That's one's going to be good. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, another one.
Now, if you like your classic R&B artist, the R&B Christmas Ball will be taking place on the O2 London Arena on the 22nd of December. Jodeci, TGT, that's Tyrese, General and Tank, Pretty Ricky, Case, Horace Brown. If you're an R&B head, that is for you.
So that was definitely for the ladies. 'Cause, you know, it's a lineup of all the men.
All the man them.
All the man them lining up to serenade
But
the ladies.
remember, the men are of a certain age, so not taking off your shirt, please. Don't take off your shirt. So Robert Glasper will be down there at London UK Coco on Monday, the 13th of November, 2024. And look how cool he's looking.
Yeah, that'll be quality. That'll be quality.
That's a quality performance.
Lion Babe. Now this is good. This one's going to be a good one. Lion Babe is going to be at Oslo, London, on the 16th of November. I'd love to go, but I'm going to be somewhere else. Boy.
Jet setting again, are we?
Oh gosh.
Here we go. Here we go.
Chris, say it, man. Chris, say it, man. Say it, Chris. Say it.
15th of November, Michelle Nadia Cello at London, UK Coco.
Yeah, I knew it was that. Michelle Nadia Cello, yeah, at the Coco, yeah, 15th of November. Michelle Nadia Cello. Remember I said Nadia Cello, yeah? All right. Heat Wave, the legendary Heat Wave, will be at the Boysdale in Canary Wharf on the 10th of October.
You know what? Boysdale's getting some dates in on. I've never been. I'm going to have to go down there.
You've never been Boysdale?
Never been Boysdale.
Yeah, man, Boysdale is an evening out. It's a date night. You go there, you have a meal, and you watch the show.
Yeah, sounds interesting. I might have to
Robert have tunnel,
take
here
a
I
walk
come.
down there.
Yeah, Robert have tunnel, here I come.
So, that is your concert guide. Now, some new music. Music you need to get your head in front. Or are we doing our top buzzing?
Top buzzing.
Right, so the top buzzing is what is the tracks that that will appear on the Spotify. People, so put that back in the Mixcloud again. It is the Spotify. I'm sure it is done by month, so it's the Spotify November 2024. The Hype November 2024. These tunes will be on our Spotify playlist. Do go on the Spotify to look at the playlist for the other months as well, and all of the top buzzings that we've been played ever from the beginning of the Hype will be on there. Tunes that you need to get and tunes that we've picked, new tunes that's coming out. Okay. So as we're going into our top buzzing selections, we will all play a tune, go round twice. You, the audience, can vote out of 5 what you think the best tune is. It's not a competition though. It's not a competition.
Can I just say,
tune. Yeah.
Audience, I can just say, audience, I'm a 5 guy, yeah? So,
look.
You know.
So look, teeth from my lyrics from last time. Yeah, I'm a 5.5 guy, because some people like to give out half scores and these things there. Yeah, I don't know who started it. T Smooth, don't know who started that five things. Yeah, point 5. Yeah, I don't know who started that.
It's still a 5.
Right, so we can go round as the screen. I can see it. So last time I went first. So Chris Ryder, Mr. Ryder.
Well, being
can go
top
first.
left, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I'm going to give you a track by a guy called Lonnie Aurelius. Okay? Track number 1.
Let's light it up, baby.
This track is called High.
Yes, we're so high that I don't want to.
Don't forget, I'm looking at 5. Looking at 5.
Mentally, creatively happy. It's euphoric energy. I got all the feelings.
Once again, the sounds, Lonnie Aurelius. This one came out the 13th of September.
I want to spark with you. I want to vibe.
Once again, big shout goes out to Sheree Brown. Absolutely wonderful. Done a good job, Mr. Smooth.
I want to get high with you.
Big shout to Miss Edwards, Aisha B.
We gon' be lighting it up. We gon' be lighting it up. High up in the sky.
Big shout goes out to Nats, Natalie Clark White, P for Soul.
Feeling so good, you see it in my eyes. I'm the MVP of the Mile High. We make sure we keep it, 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 sure we keep it.
Yes, I like that one. I like that. That's a nice 4.5 in my books.
0.5, David.
Well, I'm going to feature something that was featured in Chris's earlier session by Lucky Witherspoon and DOA from his brand new album, My Story Volume 1. It's a track entitled Take Me, and it sounds something like this. Don't forget to put your 5s in the group. It sounds like Mr. Lucky Witherspoon and DOA.
Just gotta let her take you. It's my opinion. I've been waiting for someone like you to share my life and dreams. No doubt.
The governor, the boss lady, she says a straight 5.
I saw you.
P for Soul, 5. Management just definitely like the 5s on this one.
We've been amazing. Temptation sent an angel. I'm excited to go with you. I need someone to give me the love I wanted.
S Dot's giving it a 5.4.
So she knows
that's me being dyslexic.
Belong to her. I need someone to give
another 5.4 from Miss Edwards. I told you I'm dyslexic.
Piece of her. No need to chase you. I've been in and out relationships, don't always tell the truth. The reason I fall.
5 from my brother Chris Ryder.
I'll give all my love to you. You'll give me the dreams I want.
It's envious. Don't spoil the party now.
Save me. Your love is amazing. This
my tongue doesn't work.
It's crazy. I never thought that love could save me.
5.3 from Miss Envious.
Someone to give me the love I wanted. A piece of her so she knows I'll always belong to her. I need someone.
Miss Envious had me stammering there.
The love I wanted. A piece of her. Take me, I'm all in. You got me where you want me. I'll be the man no one said I would.
Message reads a very heavy, good, brilliant album. Definitely an album you should have in your collection. Title of the album, My Story Volume 1, Lucky Witherspoon and DOA. And that was the track entitled Take Me. Thank you for all the 5s on that one, even though they were, they were wrong way around. But it's all right.
Well,
Five.
I hope your dyslexia don't affect you when it comes to payday.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say.
Let me just interject and say, big up to Miss Envious, because right now, slow me, I only just get it. Big up Miss Envious. Yeah.
Miss Envious.
Okay,
like
so my one's coming from. I'm going to change the direction a little bit. My one's coming from an album called King's Theatre. It's Common, Pete Rock, The Auditorium Volume 1. A little soulfulized hip hop.
I want you to ride through the air, through the sky, over the land, and I'll be your guide.
Scores on the doors.
Shines again. We are one. We will win. When the sun shines again.
Aisha B says 5. You're allowed to do a 5.5, you know.
I was born, son of Mahalia, so I received the gospel. Told to go spell it and bring it back to Chicago. Raps to Sabo, for the street apostles. The big
Boss lady is scribbling on the decimal points, you know.
Bus raps
3.8. What kind of score is
guns
that?
clap and go bravo. My pops was a genie living in the bottle. Light and dark in us, our own vitiligo. In Pentecostal, Chicago, bravado and bravery. We went from cargo and slavery to God flow they paid to see. And took agency for what we made to be. With no reservations, I sit and sing it down like a
Let's
matron.
come on, Pete Rock.
Money ain't swaying me. That's the Dave in me. Some took shots over bars, they ain't grazing me. The way I move from A to B, they hate to see the Hawkins sang a song for me to live gratefully.
When the sun shines again, we are one. We will win. When the sun shines again, we are one. We will win.
We here to win. Yo, I'm not the life of the party, I'm a spine to the cause that align with the laws. When you tally the assessment,
Bros from De La Soul.
That's when it's me and all four, so they say that I'm a goat. But that I do ignore, cause the goat can be slaughtered and cooked up and curry and ate up in a hurry, and that I can't afford. But never ignore the fact, me ain't calm, it's part something from the Quran and maybe part Corinthians. Part nigga like that group you Burimbian, or wasn't. Either way, knock them down by the dozen while cheers we're hearing. They understand the wealth is the vehicle and knowledge be the steering when the sun
shines again.
When the sun shines again, name of the track.
We will win. When the sun shines again.
And we're in the UK, so we never know when the sun shines again.
We are one. We will win.
Sat in the wind and knew not to pretend. So many 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 not to
You know what?
pretend.
I gave that an extra 0.7 just for the Corrigot reference.
Okay.
It's all right, you know. It's a good album.
It's a good album, man. It's a good album. Yeah.
Some bits on there. Ain't gonna lie. Yeah, for real. Okay, so second track from me. This is an artist named Sandy Joe. The track is called. What is it called? I can't remember. Wonder Where You Are.
I wonder where you are. You seem very far from me. If I tell you how I feel, would you then wait for me? I know that you would go for that extra mile for me. Yes, you do. You do.
All right, Sheree gives it a 5.
Let's do somebody. Don't waste time, baby. You should know. Don't think.
Come on, man. It's Sunday night.
so natural. Just make
T Smooth gives it a 5. Boss Lady says between a 3 and a 5. What does that mean?
I'll wait on you.
It's a 4. It's a 4.
Alright, it's a 4. The artist name, once again, Sandy Joe. One word. P for Soul gives it a 4. So Unique. Let's Not Gamble gives it a 4.
Usually don't mind. Usually don't get dust. Can bring you home, no lie.
This Envious gives it a 4.
Nobody else, you don't gotta prove. Just love me, but you cannot lose. Need you, so when you come through. No. Can we get away though? I'll have the summer, but I want you.
Okay, so like Friendly Fire,
To be your place,
we're 2 minutes in.
but you on the phone now.
I think that's long enough.
Can we get away though?
And I purposely make
Take
mine
it away,
go
sir.
over the 2 minutes. I make mine go over the 2 minutes because I didn't want to do no friendly fire things. I've got bad memories about friendly fire. I'm bitter. I'm bitter. my next track. Yeah, him. That geezer there. We'll have words when he gets back. Fix. That's what I'll say. Fix. All right, my next track I've got queued up is what I call Future Soul, Future Smoothie, a Future Horizontal Zone. Take your ears and your soul and your body and wrap it around this musical niceness. The sounds of Mother's Favorite Child and Gillette, simply entitled Gently.
Of a miracle embrace through visions you see. The state is so real that we feel it's not often one reveals that.
S. Dot says 5. Boss Lady says 5. Aisha B says 5.
Especially if this take you is
Good evening, going out to Tony Sugar Ray. What do you give this tune, Tony? A 5 as well?
weightless and effortless. The thought of your kiss brought me
5 from P for Soul.
in the sky.
This Envious gives it a straight 5.
If my insecurities get the best of me, keep me in flight. And if I must come down and be
5 from Chris Ryder. 5 from T Smooth. I'm allowed to, ain't I? Gosling, you can't vote twice. Before you say anything, I know. Once again, Future Soul from Mother's Favorite Child and Gillette. Track simply entitled Gently. See, Boss Lady, she's got the way of deleting her previous texts in the chat room. You know. I did see it. But yeah, well, he did it once. Gently was the name of that particular track.
Okay. So far, the tracks them have been averaging 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing too badly for some new tune, some top buzzings. Zzz, all the things. But this tune here is one of my tunes them of the moment. One of my tunes them of the moment. Wicked. The Honest Guy and Velvet Soul.
Big tune.
And OMG. Tony Sugar Ray, big up yourself, sir.
My hands hold your neck while I'm bending your back. It makes you feel like it's right when it's wrong, babe. So you wanna play good fan to the end, make it real, sound official. Cause you like the way I flirt with my tone, baby. Can I talk a little, tease a little?
Boss Lady gives it a 5. Tony Sugar Ray gives it a 5. T Smooth gives it a 5 twice. Now take the 10. Now take the 10. Take the 10. Yeah. People Soggy a 5. Chris Ryder gives it a 4 because he meant to put 5, but his fingers are too big on the phone. As well as Miss Edwards. Miss Edwards has got big finger syndrome as well. Sorry, come on. All of them. Big, and Miss Edwards as well. Big finger syndromes. Come on. Talk a little, tease a little, vibes a little.
Oh my goodness, love to taste goodies, but I can't be your man for too long, baby.
I mean, Tony, big 5.
Oh my goodness, love to taste goodies, but I can't be your man for too long, baby. Too long until I'm blown. Too long until I'm blown away. I'm trying to tell you do that dance, loving all the stylish clothes, things you wear. Even when guys approach, they ain't prepared. They're trying to figure how to get involved. Saying, oh my goodness, love to taste goodies, but I can't be your man for too long, baby. Oh my goodness,
Bringing up Dan Dem.
love to taste goodies, but I can't be your man for too long, baby.
And all those that want to remain nameless, do subscribe, like and share. Good evening, Melly Mel. Yeah, to the paper.
You paid it all the way to the paper.
Yeah, paid all the way to the paper. Well, one.
Just to get the extra 5s.
No. One, you got to use the time where you got it. Yeah, one, I was the last person, and the last person can always take liberties. So, as we've come to the end of the top buzzing, thank you lot for taking part and giving us your scores. An absolute fantastic show we've had today with our illustrious guests, Mr. Antonio McClendon and the wonderful Sheree Brown. If you missed it, you can watch it back on the playback on the YouTube.
Yeah, it goes straight back on the YouTube. And also, can I say, for last week, if you haven't watched, it is up on the platform, isn't it? If you haven't watched the rants and bants from last week.
Yeah, it's still, it's, yeah.
It's there?
Yeah, if you haven't watched rants and bants from last week with S. Touch T, Boss Lady, yeah, it's a nice show. I did enjoy that, so make sure you go back and watch that.
And the A-lister.
And
A-lister.
Yeah.
Sorry, can't forget the A-lister. Make sure you watch that. And also, you guys, if you can go around and tell each other, or tell the people, saying each other, tell the people where you're going to be, what you're doing, I know your list is long as start, so keep it short.
Gosh, where am I going to be? We're in November. We're in November.
You can't make him go first.
Open up the A4 diary.
You can't make him go first because then you got to follow.
Yeah, well,
oh, do you know what? First and foremost, this is what's going to be happening first. Next week, Sunday, Mars versus Venus. The boss lady and myself, S. Campbell, will be touching on certain relationships, let's say, and female and men togetherness issues. No, let's not say issues. Topics.
You know the problem with that is, though, there should be a panel. There should be a panel of men and a panel of women.
Oh, that's a different show.
That's what
coming.
I'm saying.
That's a different show coming. That's a different show coming. Yeah, but this is going to be this.
Be on that panel.
Me too.
This one's going to be taking place. Yeah, on Mixcloud. My Mixcloud actually. My Mixcloud. So unique. Next week, Sunday, and the time is from 8 till 10. Allegedly, because there might be some talk that goes over what is supposed to go in over.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not say nothing. Bonnets, headscarf. Let's not say nothing. Bonnets and headscarf. Let's not say nothing about them things there. And then next weekend, the weekend after that, on the Saturday, Michael Bowen's 50th birthday party at Faces Night Club. Myself, I will be the host on the night. If you want to get your tickets, you still can get some tickets. But they are going very, 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 very quickly. So if you don't get them by this week, you might be left out in the cold. Where else am I going to be? Let's have a look in here properly. We're only talking about November, so let's just talk about November. Up close and personal. It's Loose Ends. Down there at the Railway Tavern in Forest Hill. D-Mac on the bill, the DJ. I'll be the host for the night. Do come down that. No, it's not going to be live, bro, because you have to be there live. Loose Ends will be in the building, performing live and direct.
What's her name going to be there?
Jane.
Jane.
If Jane is ever there,
Jane
that thing would sell off.
Jane lives in the States now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So
I was going to bring my poster and ask her to sign it.
So then, after that, we got on the...
You still got that on the ceiling?
Well, it's on the ceiling.
On the ceiling? You got the poster on the ceiling? That's too dangerous. I was thinking about mirrors on the ceiling, but when you got posters on the ceiling, that's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing.
Exactly.
Right, then we have Groove on Fridays, which is going to be at the Blue Check Bar up in Wembley, with myself and DJ Colonel up on the bill alongside the LTD family. I think we got Ratty Sounds there. That Ratty Sounds down there as a special guest as well. And that's on the Friday, the 29th. Anything more? No, let's just hold it there.
Jeez.
Busy guy.
Can I put my two in now?
Yeah, you can put your two in there.
You know, you can catch me every Tuesday evening between...
Oh, I didn't even... Sorry. Let me just... I never even said the radio. Yeah, radio. Thursday nights, 8 till 10, the Soul Unique Show with myself, Esther Campbell, on London Soul Radio and broadcasting live on Mixcloud. And also Saturday mornings for the Spice of Life Breakfast Show on Unique Radio with myself and Nicole T from 7 to 10. Catch it. We'll wake you up and shake you up. Okay, we're done.
You got to give him that pregnant pause, because something might come in as well. Well, in my little calendar, one piece of paper, Tuesdays from 10 till 1, you can catch me live on my Mixcloud channel and on my Facebook channel with the Smooth Cabin, giving you those independent, neo and future grooves. And don't forget a date for your diary, Tuesday the 3rd of December. It's the big one for the Smooth Cabin, where we announce and feature a showcase for you and also announce the Smooth Cabin Album of the Year and the Smooth Cabin Single of the Year. For those of you who've already got the memo, I repeat, for those of you who've already got the memo, you've got the deadline date. Could you please, pretty please, send them all back as instructed by the given date? I would very much appreciate it because you're all part and parcel of the process. That's the 3rd of December, the showcase for the Smooth Cabin Album of the Year. That's me.
So you got basically exactly a month.
Exactly a month, but the voting's got to come in before that because then I've got to schedule the show and get the artists booked up and all the rest of it.
Isn't it?
Hence the deadline.
Lot of things go on behind the scenes. Lot of things.
Lot of work going on.
If only you know when you knew.
It's like a
All right, for me, I'm nice and simple. You can catch me every Wednesday from 9 p.m. on Mixcloud with Charge for Soul. And the 14th of December is Dons of the Lab Unplugged down at Club Langley. We'll be there live and direct in person, licking those beats for you guys. Different, how can I put it? Yeah, just a different vibe. But you know what? Music, played differently.
That's the best way to put it. I wouldn't have put it better myself.
Music, played differently. So I have the sound out, bass line thumping, everything running. That should be nice.
Okay then. So now that's everybody. Let me say a big thank you. Going out to the boss lady. Going out to P for Song. The absent members of the team. The A-lister and Sandy Bell Fleur. Until the next one, which I do believe is on the 8th of December. And it will be the Rare Groove edition. Who will we have on that show? So far confirmed, Tony T and Mikey D. It is the Rare Groove Christmas show. Spread the word from now. It's going to be off the chain. If you like your music of a Rare Groove persuasion, definitely tune in. Spread the word, tell everybody. Once again, do remember the Hype Music and Chat Spotify playlist for November 2024 on Spotify. That's where you look for it. The tunes that we played on the Top Buzzing, you might all find a couple tune that Chris Ryder did play in some of the future beats all up in there. If not, maybe there will be. That's a different conversation. But then that will conclude, or that has concluded, the show. Thank you very much, guys.
Before we go, could we just say from the Hype team, happy anniversary going out to Sheree and Douglas for their 44th wedding anniversary, which is coming up in a couple of days. Happy anniversary. 44.
44 years, Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna Sheree, I'm gonna try and break a record. I got to live to be 100 and something, but I'm gonna try break a record. I'm trying to break the record. Try to break the record. But that will conclude the show. Big thanks going out to Antonio McClendon and Sheree Brown, who are our guests this month. Until the next one, I will say it's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me.
Them lot both done it like the two Ronnies, Adios. See you guys later.
Good night, folks. Laters. Bless.